Coming up on Grafter Weekly. 3 companies are suspected of £44 million worth of insulation fraud. A Huddersfield bricklayer has switched his trowel for the dartboard. And Tilbury Douglas puts a humanoid robot on a live UK site. Let's dig in. 3 companies are being investigated for allegedly pocketing £44 million for insulation work that was never done. The Serious Fraud Office, working with the National Crime Agency, arrested 4 people and searched 6 properties across the UK. The investigation is into 3 companies, Warmfront, JJ Crump and South Coast Insulation Services. All 3 worked on ECO4 contracts between 2022 and 2024. That's the government scheme that pays contractors to insulate people's homes. The SFO suspects they were claiming for jobs that were barely done or never done at all. Graham McNulty, the director of the SFO, put it plainly. The scheme was designed to help people stay warm and cut their costs. Instead, they suspect the work simply didn't happen. Where does this land for people in the trade? Every legitimate installer who turned up, did the job properly, documented everything and jumped through the compliance hoops. They're now part of an industry with a £44 million fraud story attached to it. That's not fair. The trade doesn't need that reputation. The people who did the work properly certainly don't deserve it. Anyway, enough of that. Let's talk about a bricklayer who's having a very good year. Charlie Manby is a 20-year-old bricklayer from Huddersfield, and he's just switched the trowel for the dartboard. In February 2025, he put in a 130.7 average on the PDC Development Tour, the highest ever recorded. The previous record was held by none other than Luke Littler, and we all know how that story panned out. Charlie went to the World Championship in December, made it to the last 16 and signed a multi-year deal with Target Darts shortly after. When asked about transferable skills from the trade to darts, he said, "Straight lines, yeah. That's about it. Good on him. He's one of ours. Best of luck in the darts world, Charlie." Meanwhile, back on site, Tilbury Douglas has become the first Tier 1 UK contractor to put a humanoid robot on a live construction site. The robot's called Douglas. Of course it is. Douglas is made by Unitree, weighs 30 kilos and cost £15,000, which Tilbury Douglas describe as less than a small car. He's been on trial for 10 weeks. He does the walkarounds, captures 360-degree imagery, produces progress reports and feeds data into health and safety workflows. It can even climb stairs, use lifts and open doors, but they're keeping him away from edges for obvious reasons. The company says he saves around 40 hours of admin a month, a full working week. Nobody's saying Douglas is replacing site teams. He's replacing the part nobody liked anyway. At 15 grand, it won't be long before mid-sized contractors are buying one too. Right, from a robot walking around site to a house that's claiming to be the smallest in the world. Stay with me. In Peru, a man called Fabio Moreno has built a 2-story house that's only 63 centimetres wide. It's got a living room, kitchen, bedroom and 2 staircases. The TV's mounted on the ceiling. He's applied to Guinness for the world's narrowest house record. Guinness haven't confirmed it yet, but I just want you to imagine being the plumber on that job. Back home now, and this last one is for the brickies and contains another world record attempt. Charlie Collison from Colchester is going for a Guinness World Record, 1,000 bricks, 1 hod carrier, 1 hour, every brick within 5 millimetres. The current record, 872 bricks, set by Gary Lovegrove in 1995. 30 years untouched. We reckon he's got it in him. The event is on the 16th of May at Morton Morell College. Free entry if you fancy going. Good luck, Charlie. We're all rooting for you. That's all for this week on Grafter Weekly. Have a great week on site. I'll see you next time.